Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. But I do what I do for you. I got a nice lesson for you today. I came up with this idea watching one of my teachers, and the idea hit me. I'm doing my Martin Luther King. I got a dream, so I'm experiment sharing my dreams with y'all. How about that? This is one of the lessons that I want to happen in my dream world. So let's go. All right, Rightism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life somewhere in there. You tuning in and receiving, I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission to all right thinkers, know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, especially asleep, I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to might not be true. Right thinkers, the sequel to I Have a Dream, since they got me triple digits, I'm going to bite off it again. But this is just another expression. I have another dream. That dream is for us to show each other spiritual love. Here he comes, brother love. No, not love, love. No, spiritual love. I'm the spiritual philosopher, so everything is done spiritually, philosophically. So again, let's rock. Love is a physical or emotion that you share. But no, that's love. Okay, I don't want that. Spiritual love is all mental and spiritual, meaning it ain't physical, it ain't contact, it ain't touchy feely. No, okay. So spiritual love is a little different. You can love somebody from a distance. You can love them from afar. You ain't got to be touching feeling. That ain't spiritual love. Spiritual love is connecting on the spiritual level and sharing it. How about that? Okay. I go to church to get my spiritual love. Where else I'm gonna get it? I'm just saying. There's a place, time and place for that. And church is a place where you get your spiritual love. How about that? I ain't saying everybody gotta go to church and get spiritual. No, but that's where you go if it's done right. That's the place to go and share it. I have what I call spiritual love for who? All my spiritual brothers and sisters. That's everybody. Why? We're all spiritual beings. We're all one. God is the Father of us all. So that makes us our brothers and sisters. That's been the concept since ancient time. Asar, I said brother sister. Netet said brother sister. Married. Okay. But we took and made a little. Now y'all marrying brothers. No, no, no. It's mythological concept, symbolical. You ain't got to do it literally. And some of y'all cousins, y'all don't care. Pleasure, pleasure. If all you want is pleasure of the flesh, that's the animal nature. That's the beastly nature. That's the third level. That you just on the level of the beast. Okay? Spiritual love is when your heart, you got compassion, empathy for someone, not physically. Hope you understand that. So let's don't misinterpret spiritual love. Why? Because spiritual love is universal love that God shares with his creation. Christians do what Christians do. Jews do what Jews do. Muslims do what Muslims do. But y'all all worship the same God. Y'all just got the mindset. So God don't give a crap about what y'all claim, but he's only going to worship or he's going to bless those who what? Who do good deeds. So whatever religion you claim, excuse me, don't make a difference to God. That's my point. I hate when I do that. I let my tea get cold. I do the show and no, I don't drink it during the show. And the show is cold. I hate that. So sorry about that. But again, the universal love is that for us, each other, like brothers and sisters. If we took that to heart, treat each other like brothers and sisters, what would be the problem? And that means when somebody hit my sister, when I was coming up, if I'm fighting, my sister fighting. They put the two of us, like, oh, the brothers, they live so well. But I didn't have to rely on. Other families, when you fought one, you fought the whole family. I understand that. I got that a problem. Black people, that's how we should feel about that white man. Every time he touched one of us, we should go after him like a bat out of hell. Why? Let him know it ain't happening. Stop it. When we spank or whoop or punish our children, that's a deterrent. We got prisons to deter you from what? Acting out and doing stuff that's against the law. Same premise. Okay? Discipline is a must. And even when it comes to just here in this here spiritual love for somebody else, I ain't gotta hate you because you mistreat me. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna, but spiritual love is just universal love across the board. That's all. So, and some of us don't have that for each other. Never mind him. I ain't even dealing with him right now. We know that's the last thing he wants us to do is what? Unite, come together as one on the same accord. That's his worst nightmare. I just told you that. The worst thing he wants for us to do what? Better for ourselves. That's like somebody not wanting me to do right thinking. I'm killing them while I'm doing it every day. That's what you do to people who don't like what you're doing. You ram it down their throat. We need to get better at that. I would love to see us stuff us bettering ourselves down that white man's throat. We are spiritual beings. Matter of fact, no, we are divine spiritual beings who don't know who the hell we are. That's the purpose of knowing ourselves. But we're spirit beings, thinking we're human beings. That's the problem. But we are spirit beings, all one spirit. We are all one spirit. All we got to do is understand it and show each other the love, and that will change things for us first. That's where it starts. Okay, how about my dream again, I'm going with my Martin Luther, that we unite as a people in spiritual love, not physical love. And I ain't big on that religious thing. I love my pastor, but I don't want him leading the movement to what other areas outside of the religion, outside the church. Keep it right there. I keep church in there, keep state over here. I get that. I understand that. But we still got to bring God wherever we go. So don't take God out the picture. We're going to be fine. But let's come together out of spiritual love and knowledge of oneself as the people. And we can do what? Make some changes. As a people, we can make changes. Individually, we ain't gonna do much. Divided, ain't gonna do nothing. United, Scooby-Doo, roll. That scares the hell out of him. Okay? And any way he could stop us from that, he gonna do just that. He don't give a, he ain't emotional. He ain't compassionate, empathetic to us at all as a people. Don't give him any. You don't deserve it. We connect on one level. Physical. Oh, I love you. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, you love to. Come on, man. When are we gonna go past that? No, man, never did. I know that's a lifelong thing for some people, but you can't get past your lower nature. You ain't gonna survive in the next life. Why you gonna come back to this one? That's why. So that ain't gonna get you nowhere but back here. And if this what you like, have at it. If you want something better, better yourself. That's what that means. That's why you get it. When our spiritual, we connect physically love. Yeah, you just want to get it. Yeah. But we have but not with spiritual or intellectual love. We think love is just, no. That's an emotion that's from the heart. Yeah, but it's also led by that little thing down below your waist. Okay, it loves the love. Okay, but that's physical. This one loves spiritually. Okay, I can love you in spirit, No, excuse me. First of all, well, where did this whole spiritual love start from? When our spiritual love is learned and shared at home, we will see a change abroad. It starts at home. What you mean? It starts in household, starts in our hoods, in all our affairs in life. As we deal with each other, the Jews, they show spiritual love for every Jew. They ain't got to know you. I seen two Jews, Tesla drivers, crash, stand there and talk about it and get in their car and drive away. I asked the one guy who started, I said, my man, it's ice on the car. That been two brothers, two Cadillacs, two Lexus, whatever. Police got to come. Why? Oh, he ain't gonna dude, he did damage to both cars. Not just both cars got damaged. No, brand new Teslas. Two Jew boys. I freaked out. I'm standing there watching the whole time. I was fist about to fly. But nope, they held it down. So that's spiritual love. That's what I'm saying. When you have so much respect for your brother that you would not do anything against him, that's spiritual love. We don't have that. Ooh, we don't. We got selective love. We select who we like, who we want to love. Okay, about how they look, what we can get from them, those type of things. All right, selective. I can love you in spirit and never touch you physically or even be with you personally. Well, how can you do that? That's not a problem. That's not a problem. It ain't based on me being in your touching of it. That's where we fall short right there. Thinking about others in that form without having to be physically touching them. I'm a fist bumper at church. I don't do the hugging thing. No, since COVID. I don't even like to get up and touch on people. I never had my grandkids sit on my lap. Why? We got so much perversion going on. Man, some stuff I just can't even do. Times has changed. Okay, so yeah, physical love. No, y'all change that. It ain't no more that. No. We about to get to that point right now. We all have our spiritual relationship with God, right? Mental and spiritual, right? Within ourselves. Why don't we have that with others? That's selective loving right there. Unconditional love for God. But everybody else, you got the, well, I like you, I don't like you, or I like you. My man, one of my favorite artists from the Family Affair. She don't like the red one. We haven't got a problem with the blue one. The homies don't like the black one. Yeah, racism. That's been going on for a long time. All right. But spiritual love has no sex, has no color, has no race, has no origin of nothing that you should feel anything about other than just respect for it. Spiritual love we give to God and not to each other. Right there. Some people think love is physical. And it is in that context. Touching, kissing, showing affection. Yeah, but that's in a whole other realm. This ain't spirit. Spirit ain't physical. Everything that's spiritual and mental is internal. So it ain't got nothing to do with nothing other than understanding and conceptualizing. Sex is not love. It's an act that people love to partake in disguise. They'll call it love because it feels good to make them feel, but that's just sexual. That's just reproduction purpose. When man started thinking sex is the end all be all, that's his fault. Why? Lower nature. Y'all, you done fell past being high conscious. You done went to lower nature. You just like the beast of the field, just constantly looking for sexual pleasures. And the more money I get, the more perverted I get. Simple as that. I'm seeing the most. This is ridiculous. Moving on. I ain't got time. But sex. Okay, I got another one for you. You're gonna like this one. You ready? This content. Love without sex. What you mean? Oh, that's marriage. See, y'all put that ring on, you obligate yourself to each other, and then when the love ain't gone, but the intimacy's gone, that means the love is creeping. Okay? Once there's no intimacy, well, you guys in marriage. That's it. Okay, that's what you got. Understand that. A commitment and union between two people. Spiritual love takes care of that. You don't have to worry about that. But love without sex is marriage. Sorry about that, y'all. No, but I'm laughing because I'm just laughing, mocking. Spiritual love is emotions shared with understanding intellect, not just because look good. That ain't spiritual love. Okay, that's physical, that's lust. Okay, don't get it mixed. Okay, I agree. Say they still got four letters. They both start with L, but that's what they change it. After that, it changes. All right. I personally don't want or need physical love with anyone but my wife. If you're married and you have a mate, physical contact is between y'all two. You can't be married and still have physical contact with other women or with other men. It don't work that way. That's what the sanctity of marriage is all about. Mono, mono. So if you want to share yourself, don't get married. You want to be a bachelor, okay, but don't get married and still thinking it's okay. That's just not what it's about. Okay, moving on. If everything you do is based on physical love, you ain't gonna be doing much long. Why? Because that's going right out. Oh no, they got the little blue man there. Yeah, I could just keep going on like little energizer bunny. But I don't need no physical love outside of my relationship with my wife. Simple as that. A lot of people think otherwise. I don't care about other people. I'm speaking for myself. All right. My dream. I forgot this all about my dream. My dream is to have to go. I shouldn't have to go to church to get or to share spiritual love. But that's the only place I know that I can do that with. Can't do it with family members. Can't do it with friends. So I gotta go to church and fellowship with my family. That's where I feel comfortable. Why? They are there for the right reason. And you can feel it. You can sense it. That's spiritual love. Church and religion, when it's done correctly, it does just that. The goal is to do just that. But a lot of people corrupt it and manipulate it, and so it don't do its job. And that's the people. They follow the bad leader. If your leader ain't leading right, then y'all got a bad leader. Okay. But the spiritual love that's religion supposed to preach and teach about, I feel only when I go to church. That's the only environment that I go in that I feel, this is what I need to be. That's the love. So I don't get that nowhere else. Understand that. That's why I go to church. My church is an hour away, okay? And I take that serious. Church is the one place that I can go and fellowship and worship God until I got enlightened. I could care less about church. Church, you got to be crazy. Church, why go to church? Y'all hypocrites. I have no respect for church people. As my pastor, church people different than street people. I'm a street dude. So he said, nah, brother, right? I said, I could treat them the same way. He said, yeah. I ain't had a problem since. Trust me, I haven't had a problem with y'all since. I used to think a little high of y'all because I thought because you go to church to make you, nah, pastor told me the truth. That's not right. Deal with them as I just did a lesson. I'm going to deal with you for how you are, not for who you are. Okay, so moving on. You being Christian, Muslim, or Jew means nothing to me. How you deal with me makes all the difference in the world. All right, let's rock. My pastor, no, excuse me, I didn't understand spiritual love or the love of God personally until I got enlightened. My church customers was some of my best customers back in the day. At 1 o'clock at Sunday, man, they came like 40 going off. So again, I saw y'all a different light. All right, but where we at? Where we at? Okay, my pastor, personally, I understand spiritual. Okay, as I got enlightened. Once I found God myself, I want to be around people who profess to be worshiping God too. And I found that with my church family. That's why I go there. My pastor and my good friend, 40, 50 years now, is a good, God-fearing, righteous, living man. He leads his flocks in the right way. Okay? He just shared a blessing with the flock, freaked everybody out. But yeah, that lets you know that he's just like us. Yeah, he walked the walk that he taught and he preached, and he get the benefit. And if you listen to him, he tell you, lean on the Lord. Lean on the Lord. Lean on the Lord. He leaned on the Lord and he was blessed. I lean on the Lord. I get my blessing. I testify too. I've been there many times. Testify. Why? My ability to lean on the Lord. I ain't got to be a Christian to lean on the Lord or a Muslim or Jew. Okay, I'm spiritual. I know my place. All right, but the spiritual love I'm trying to get you to understand. I only get that. It only comes from my church family. That's real love. Why? It ain't physical. If it's physical, well, first of all, God is spirit. Anything that's spirit is good. Anything that's physical ain't good. How about that? Man ain't good. Humans ain't good. Why? We fallible. We prone to make mistakes. Why? Ego. Until the ego gets under control, you better be careful. Okay, that's the name of the game. But people who have their ego under control, had a belief and a faith strong in what they believe, are just good people. I love them. That's spiritual love. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. But I'm spiritual enough to recognize the spiritual beings who recognize they're being spiritual, and I love them. Okay, unconditional. My dream, again, wrapping it up, taking it home. My dream is that we as a people share, aka spiritual love. Simple, across the board, as a people. That's it. Damn him. Okay, us. The Chinese don't worry about the white man. The Indians don't worry about the white man. Why should we? Damn him. Do us. Moving on. I'm sorry, racial. That sounds racial. Don't care. But I want my people to be better. That's my dream. Okay, I told you, my dream is his nightmare. He don't want better for us. So we got to do better for ourselves. Don't get me wrong. Again, I love my pastor. He's a good leader and preacher in the word of God, in church family. And outside of that, how about this? He's also a master plumber. We was kids when we met. He's still in the same industry that I met him in. Okay, so he mastered that industry. Also, he wear more than one outside the pulpit. He's a plumber, master plumber, and he got skills, and he knows his role in life. A good man is a good father, brother, husband, brother, sister, cousin, whatever. That's what good is. It equals good in every walk, every area. That's what he's been doing. I know him since we was kids. He's still walking that same walk. I got nothing but respect for that. I didn't deviate and went around and he's still true to his cause. I'm with him. All right. Spiritually. Religiously. All right. Now, he preaches the way I teach. I teach to one as I teach to 1,000. I remember during COVID, it was just me and him in the church, and he was getting it in. I'm looking around saying, he think we got a house full of people here, but he was taping, so it was cool. But yeah, he said, Brother Ryan said, I know my man, I experienced that. I was the one. So, and the thing is, if I can get my message to one person, I doing my job. My man said, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. So one of anything is better than what? Nothing of anything. So I'll take one. All right. But when you're doing something, that's all you want to make sure somebody's getting it. I'm just doing this so somebody can help. This can help somebody else out. I do what I do for you. When I live off here, I got my own life to live. I just come here trying to help you get your stuff together. All right, let's wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. My dream, again, is that my people will go to, whoa. Okay, yeah. To my people to go to great lengths to what? Obtaining self-knowledge a priority so that we can do better as a people. That's a guarantee, but that's a dream that that's my dream. Okay, call me whatever, but yeah. When we do that, we'll see us in a different light. And he'll have to do the same thing. Acquiesce, like the ego. Once you conquer it, he got to bow down. He got to acquiesce and play his role. Okay? If the ego's in control, he don't care about nothing. Okay? You got to show him you just as strong and tough as he is, and then he'll respect that. That's how he is. You got to. That's why Ethiopian, the only people that white man didn't conquer was the Ethiopian. Why? They can fight. Not that the rest of us couldn't, but they just, no, they wasn't doing that for us. Okay, there's a whole lot of us. Okay, that's that family, that one family, you don't want to mess with white. Because they ain't going to stop coming out that house. You mess with them, man, they going to unload on you like a 40 going, no. So that's what you got to show him. Mike is right. Wrapping it up. My dream, again, sequence number 2. This is the sequel. I dream that we all share spiritual love, and that will better the world. Call me crazy, but I am who I am. And Papa, I am that I am. I can dream too. And my dream that we as a people just do better. And I know we do that, the world will be changed for a better place. In closing, right things, I appreciate you tuning in. I got to go, but may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I know that the right thinkers who maybe follow my dream to show each other spiritual love before we pass away. I'm out.